What's the most dumbest thing you've ever heard someone say while being completely serious? I literally cannot stop thinking about this encounter from last weekend, and I need to share it because my brain is still processing the absolute audacity of this woman. So I'm at this science museum with my cousin Ava. We're looking at this really cool display about Mars exploration, completely minding our own business, when this lady next to us, let's call her Carol, starts talking loudly to her boyfriend about how the Mars rover is obviously fake. I tried to ignore her at first because whatever, people believe weird stuff. But then she points at the scale model of the Perseverance rover and goes, "See, Kevin? They claim that thing is on Mars taking pictures, but think about it logically. If Mars is red, why are none of the pictures red? They're clearly just taking pictures in Arizona and photoshopping them." Kevin nodded. I literally had to bite my tongue, laugh. But wait, it gets better. Ava and I moved to another part of the exhibit about the moon landing, and guess who follows us? Carol and Kevin. And Carol starts going off about how the moon landing was obviously fake because the American flag was waving, but there's no wind in space. At this point, I'm exchanging looks with Ava like, is this actually happening right now? But we still didn't say anything because confrontation with strangers isn't really my thing. But then, oh my god, then, Carol looks at this beautiful photo of Earth from space and says, with her whole chest completely serious, "This is the most ridiculous fake of all. Everyone knows the Earth is flat. If it was really round, people in Australia would fall off." I couldn't help myself. I actually turned to her and was like, "Excuse me, have you heard of gravity?" And this woman, this absolute specimen of confidence, looks me dead in the eyes and says, "Gravity is just a theory. If gravity was real, how come birds don't get pulled to the ground? They're lighter than humans, so gravity should affect them more." Kevin is nodding along to all of this like she's Einstein or something, and then he adds his own genius contribution. Plus, if the Earth was spinning as fast as they say, we'd all feel dizzy all the time. At this point, Ava is literally digging her nails into my arm to stop herself from laughing out loud. I tried to explain, calmly, I swear, about relative motion and how birds use wings and aerodynamics, but Carol cuts me off and says, "Sweetie, I've done my research. I watched a 3-hour YouTube video that explains everything. Science is just another religion." The absolute conviction in her voice when she said this. Like she genuinely believed she had outsmarted every scientist who has ever lived. As they were walking away, I heard Carol say to Kevin, "Some people just blindly believe whatever they're taught without questioning anything." I'm still processing this encounter days later. Like, how do these people function in society? How do they explain seasons or time zones or literally anything about how the world works?